Just really pleased to get another win in this league. You know, these games are so hard to win. I don't think most people understand how hard it is to win a game in the Big 12 Conference, all the preparation, how well you have to play. And so I just want to, recognize our players tonight. I thought we had 2 great days of preparation. I thought our staff did a great job and our guys were dialed in, especially in the first half. We played some of the best basketball that we've played this year. In the second half, I didn't think we played well, but you got to give the opponent credit for some of that. Our thoughts and prayers will be with Stokes. I never like to see good players not be able to play. We want to play teams at their best, and so we'll hope that he's okay. And I know Kansas State was a little bit shorthanded with him, but I think you got to give our guys credit. We found a way to win our 3rd Big 12 game, so we're just looking forward to the next one.
We'll start with
Every guy on a college basketball team has a role. Everybody's role includes playing defense and being unselfish. Some people's role include scoring. Your role can change from game to game, season to season. But it's no secret. Norris is the passionate leader of our team. He's one of the toughest guys I've ever coached. So the challenge for me coaching Norris, is when he plays well, just sit there and enjoy it. When he doesn't play well, respect how hard he works and know that he's going to come back, or coach him like a pro and bring it every day. Norris has asked me to coach him hard. When I first got here and all these guys were thinking about either staying or going, Norris said, I want to be coached hard. He told me that, so that's what I do. But tonight I thought he played great. But emotionally, he means everything to us. We don't have a good practice if Norris doesn't bring it. We can't compete in these games emotionally if Norris doesn't bring it. And I thought tonight that was one play, but he's made a lot more, not only tonight but throughout the season. And there's nobody I'd rather coach in college basketball than Norris for so many reasons.
I guess in terms of Zach, how would you assess his performance considering he hasn't played that many minutes the last 2 games?
Yeah, so Zach's a warrior. It takes a lot of discipline to come back from the kind of injury he had. Most people, average people, even good to great people, would not have played any minutes at Kansas, or they wouldn't even play tonight. But Zach's an elite person. He approached the rehab like a pro. And Chris Williams is right there with him. So Keenan's not exaggerating. Zach's been sleeping up here at the arena with the treatments, and Chris has been right there with him, and Dr. Scoville. So just the fact that he played tonight is all I need to know about Zach, the competitor. If I'm an NBA scout and I'm doing my work, I'm taking a big highlighter and I'm putting he played tonight, because that's the kind of toughness you have to not only win in the Big 12, but to get paid one day to play. And that's what Zach is. Zach's a guy that cares about his team. I couldn't tell you if he was at 50% tonight or 60 or 70, but I know he was dialed in, and he made some big plays for us.
We'll stay in the front with Will.
There was that stretch there where K-State went on that run. They cut it to 7, and then Keenan had that big layup. Brandon got a steal. You got another layup, and then Brandon got another steal, and Brandon hit those free throws. Could you speak to that kind of sequence and those 2 guys and how hard they were playing in that spot?
Well, first, it's winning minutes by Brandon Francis. We tell guys all the time, you got to bring something to the game. You got to make plays. You got to follow the scouting report and execute, but you also got to make plays. You can't win a Big 12 game unless you make plays. And so Brandon did a great job in that stretch. I'd like to think that he was maybe the freshest guy on the court because of the way we sub, and he took advantage of that, made some real hustle plays. He was dialed in tonight. We don't play well tonight without him. In that run, I think everybody understands that we made some mistakes, but you got to give the opponent credit. It's not always like us not playing well. K-State made some plays. They made some shots. They were aggressive, and so I thought our guys did a great job surviving their run, staying composed, and keeping the lead. We held the lead for 40 minutes tonight, and that's very hard to do against a really good Kansas State team.
Could you also speak to Zaire and just kind of the night he had, where he was real efficient on offense and kind of had a stat sheet stuff kind of night?
Yeah, Zaire is starting to get into the conversation of consistency, and this is really important to our team. He seems to be able to be the guy that can provide us with certain things every night. And I thought tonight he did that, played with energy, rebounded the ball, hit some big shots for us. Somebody needs to teach him the 5-second rule in college basketball, but I guess that's my fault. So I'll take care of that. That's my responsibility.
We'll go over to Sean here in the middle.
Hey, Coach, talk to us about that timeout after the first 5 minutes in the second half. K-State had gone on to a run. What was the reset that you were able to implement to start to get them to get comfortable back again?
Yeah, I just didn't like the execution we were having. Sometimes you call a timeout because the guys are kind of flat. I didn't think that. These guys want to win, These guys wanted to win tonight, but we just weren't playing well. So from a coaching standpoint, you use some timeouts from time to time to get your guys fired up when they're not emotionally into the game. I did not think that was tonight. I thought we just simply weren't playing well. We missed a free throw blockout. We had a turnover on a double team. We didn't execute a defensive assignment that we've been going over for 2 days, so we just weren't playing well. So in those times, I trust this team. I let this team play through a lot of those things. But tonight, I just felt like the guys needed a little bit of help. So we called a timeout and tried to get back to the drawing board, make sure everybody was focused on what we needed to do.
We'll keep it in the middle with Phil.
Coach, I'm not real sure that you can keep calling them a true freshman anymore because they're playing above their grade. But it seems like every time K-State was trying to chip away at the lead, they'd come up with a big bucket for you out of your true freshman.
Yeah, we got a lot of confidence in all of our players. And those 3 young guys we're playing right now with Morrow, Culver, and Z, they're in big moments. There's been some Big 12 segments of play, guys, where we had 3 of them on the floor together. So that shows you how much confidence our staff has in them. And also their teammates. Keenan, Zach, Justin, Norrance, Naeem, these guys have confidence in the young guys too. So it was another great team win tonight. We had balanced scoring. Didn't have anybody. We didn't have the 3 or 4 in double figures that we need, but we had so much balance tonight. We had some guys in that 5 and 6 point range. Then I thought defensively we played really well for segments of the game.
We'll go to Joe here on the right.
Coach, third straight game, you win the battle on the glass by double digits. You're not the biggest team in the world, but could you sort of, explain what you think it is that's the key to being so successful on the glass?
Well, it's a focus point of ours. We work on rebounding every practice. We talk about it every time the guys come in the film room. We know we have to rebound the ball at this level. You're not going to win the rebounding battle every night, but what I think we can do is compete. Compete in the rebounding battle. We've always been a good defensive rebounding team. Thought last year's team rebounded the ball well in that end. But this year we have some more athleticism and length. We're a better offensive rebounding team just by the players that we have. And so give our guys all the credit. They're the ones getting the rebounds. But I do think our team, our program, has embraced rebounding more this year than maybe years past.
We've got time for a couple more before Coach Weber gets in. We'll go to Kellis here on the front.
You guys were almost perfect in the first half on 2-pointers. How did you go about being that efficient offensively?
Yeah, shot selection is something that's really important to us. We want to take good shots. There's a relationship between what kind of the shots you take in practice and what kind of shots you take in games, and this is what we do. From a coaching standpoint, I've never really worried when we have nights where we don't make shots. That's basketball. That's life. I just worry on the nights we don't take good shots. So tonight it seemed like we took a lot of good shots, and then just the mathematical part of the game was with us tonight. Maybe next game we get the same shots and they don't go down. That's just basketball. But tonight I thought that we took good shots, and that gave us a chance to have a special half shooting the basketball.
We'll go back to Joe to wrap it up.
Coach, kind of a high turnover game tonight, 15. Do you feel like your guys were strong enough with the dribble all the time and making good decisions, or what's going on there?
Well, first it starts with Kansas State. They make people turn the ball over about 16 times a game. We knew that, so you got to give them credit. But then with our guys, I thought that we were dialed in. I didn't think it was necessarily a lazy ball handling or passing game, but I thought we just had some individual plays that we just can't have. Got the ball stripped from some of our best ball handlers. And then maybe a couple calls with some block charges that it's just part of the game. I thought the game was, officiated fine like always, but sometimes those turnovers, the difference between an 11 turnover game, sometimes a 14 turnover game is a couple calls. So, but I did think we had a couple of individual mistakes where we were just soft with the ball. We'll get back to work tomorrow in the film room and on the practice court and try to fix it.